For many small businesses, it's not the idea that they struggle with, rather it's getting the money to fund it. With big banks approving only slightly over 22% of small business loan requests, according to Biz2 Credit, some small businesses are taking a local approach to borrowing. It's milk done the old-fashioned way, or as Kevin Dansizen would say, the right way.
Well, the glass bottles is one of the biggest thing. I mean, there's nobody else in Arizona that does it right now. We're the only provider of that.
A year ago, Dansizen Dairy began operations in its new plant in Levine, providing local people with local milk. But this new concept almost didn't happen.
It's a unique business, so you talk to people about the lending factor of it, and people are like, well, I don't understand it. They don't really want to hear about it.
The big banks weren't buying the idea, so they went with Pinnacle Bank here in Arizona.
This is what our main business model is related to, and that is finding small businesses in the community and providing products and services to meet their financing needs, whether it be on the deposit side of the business or on the lending side of the business.
95% of Arizonans' deposits are done in banks out of the state, and 70% of deposits are done with just 3 big banks. While that money is flowing out, community banks like Pinnacle keep the money in.
Our deposits are gathered locally and then they're reinvested in loans locally, and that helps build the Arizona economy. So there's a multiplier effect.
Wells Fargo says even as a national institution, they make their lending decisions locally because local people understand their market and make fast decisions. But for Kevin, it comes down to something more.
Keeping the money here is the base of the economic stability that we need here in Arizona. So I think it's a very, very important part.
There are 16 community banks here in Arizona, and together they only control slightly more than 5% of all deposits in the state.